Then he brought that trishul और उसको उन्होंने अपने हाथ में ऐसे लेके he was praying and we were, then also he invoked everybody and we went to the space and all those things happened, and then he put the trishul
for Baba's birthday.
trident, and Louis trishul is trident what the Devi holds. Okay, then he put it like the three sides down in front of Osho photo, and then later on he put the mala on it, and all of us put flowers to that trident. And then it was a question answer session. He asked how was the experience, what we felt, and also everybody we shared our doubts. Then he said, no, this is the last question. Enough of time has been taken. And we said, then one by one, okay, this is the doubt. He was smiling and he was answering all of us. That was a lovely feeling. Then after that, he could see the lunch van has come. So he was asking ki pehle cake cutting should be first or the lunch. Then we decided if we cut the cake before, people will run away. They will go back home immediately after lunch. So a strategic move was first we'll have the lunch and then later on cake cutting. So first lovely lavish lunch was there. We all had lunch. And then after that, because you are muted.
Favorite part of lunch. So everyone come on camera now. I want to see everyone's faces as Renu is telling all the story of.
And then there was cake cutting. We did it. And because I had made a thali of 58 diyas. It was his 58th birthday. You are muted.
He's talking, so I'm expressing through
What about today?
It's okay. Then it's
too awesome. That thing
What
was
about
so awesome.
today morning?
Yeah.
What
Isha,
about today morning?
we'll call her in the evening. Okay, she's.
What about
you? It's okay. You give him attention. So then what happened? Like we do aarti with that, but Shivo's mom said that they don't do aarti with lit diyas. So even during the wedding also, if aarti has to be done, they blow off the diya and then do the aarti. So I said, okay, whatever rituals you follow, just do that. So we kept that thali in front of the cake, and then the cake was done. And everybody enjoyed it was a hazelnut truffle cake. So everybody enjoyed the flavor. So then the good part is Shivo fed cake to each and every one of us. And after one or two pieces, he said, please don't give me. So I respected his wishes. Means because you feel pukey also, I feel so much of sweet. So, but then he fed each and every one.
Yeah, he can't eat too much chocolate. He cannot.
So then, like we did that.
He eats chocolate like prasad, but he eats other sweets like khana. But chocolate he eats like prasad.
So he must have enjoyed the moong dal halwa was really good. The caterer had got
absolute favorite. I enjoyed the cake also. The cake also he would have enjoyed, but what I'm saying is you're right. You can eat only this much, right? He's eating one piece to everyone, but if 50 people feed him.
Because Kavita and family were leaving, that's why everything was hurried up. Then they left and we all went to the terrace. The view was beautiful. I think people took the photograph, they will come on the group. And then we came down, we were chatting, then we played a game. The game was nice. It was like Shiva like this, and Shakti like one hand up and one down, and Krishna like this. And she will say, okay, Krishna, Shakti, Shiva, Shiva. So we have to do anybody makes a mistake, it has to perform or something. So only 3 people performed. Bipin sang very well. No, Dharmesh sang. Yellow shirt was Dharmesh. Dharmesh sang very well. Bipin did dandiya, and Sheetal read a poem.
Bipin did what?
Dance. He was asked to dance, so he did garba.
What about others?
By then the game got over, everybody had tea and then dispersed. Oh. Because Pihu reached late. Pihu reached late and Pankaj was on the way. Because we left around 5 o'clock. but because traffic becomes very heavy, people are going back from work now. So we left, and Pankaj reached there around 6. So Atin is staying there for 2-3 days. And I don't know about Pihu and Pankaj, whether they are staying overnight or not. But it was a lovely experience, spending time with the Guru. He signed, I requested him, so he signed my BACC also with the.
Read what is the Padona?
Oh, it came out on anger, and can you believe, Mansi? When he said ki you take up any issue, all of us, which is problematic, and that way I don't get angry but frustrated, yes, and my anger is on nobody else. But when I'm asked again and again and again the same question, I lose my patience, so that anger comes in. So I took to get rid of it, I had taken anger and frustration, and Shivo opened the page, and that opened, I forgot the page number, 200 or something it was, and it was on anger, cosmic angers, and this. Can you believe it? You guys call it synchronicity, na? This is what it is. I
This
told
is
Shivo
synchronicity.
I had taken this same thing, and generally I never take anger. Then Lata had also got both her books for her and for her daughter.
Dedication Padona.
Pardon?
Dedication Padona आपका.
मैं लेके आती हूँ book. Hold karo. And I gifted my book to Shivo.
Show that also. Show that also.
Okay.
Okay. Who else was there? Pranam Geetamasi. Hi everyone. So all these people are returning. There are many people. Shri Renu was there at Shivo's live birthday celebration. So she's sharing all the accounts, and we've been seeing the pictures. Hi Louis. Hi Sony. Sony, are you the US Sony? Hi. Arunji, Gitamasi, Jay, Mamta, Poonam, Pooja, Abnaz, Atin, Shivo, Rajesh, Shipriya, Shobha, Ruchita, Rakhi. So yeah, we've been seeing the pictures and we're getting the details. Synthesis हम record किया है या synthesis record करा है क्या?
Atin might have done that. I don't know.
Okay.
Because when Shivo was talking to us, that time Atin was recording. I think Atin has done that. You want me to read this?
Yeah.
What she
And then
said?
I'll introduce Sony. Yeah.
Okay. The page was 294. Okay, and Shiva has written, Dear Renu, may you become deeply aware of your anger, and it channels the divine rebellion for dealing with injustice, I think. Injustices.
Dealing with injustice.
And he makes that Ashtalakshmi ka sign and then signs Shiva.
Wonderful.
But anger and all is bad. I was thinking, kitna bura nikla mera.
अरे नहीं रेनू
हाँ.
okay वो सब वही see, anger is an energy. When you observe it, it will turn into deepest compassion,
That's what he was saying.
right? And that anger can then be channeled in fighting against injustice. So it's all the dimensions, and I think Shivu will explain more, but no, it's beautiful. Okay.
If you say so.
No, absolutely.
So that's what I said today. Everything that has awareness is beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Only question is,
Lovely.
are
It
you
was a
aware?
beautiful
Are
experience.
you anything add awareness to anything, it becomes divine.
Hello.
Haan ji.
आवाज आ रही है
Sheetal
मेरी?
and Tanya, they have gone to sleep, but I'm so fresh and energetic. I said I am attending the session.
That is a. Atin, Shivo ko pin karo na zara. And let me make some co-hosts. And Abnaz is here.
शिव सर ने अभी वो नहीं किया है, वीडियो चालू
क्या नहीं किया?
वीडियो चालू नहीं किया है। 2-3 मिनट में कर रहा हूँ। 2-3
अच्छा,
मिनट में
2-3
करना है।
Okay, so we'll wait for 2-3 minutes. Okay.
So yeah, so it was a very nice celebration बर्थडे और मुझे तो बहुत ही अच्छा लगा क्योंकि बहुत दिनों बाद शिव सर ने ऐसे मेडिटेशन हॉल में मेडिटेशन दिया, सिंथेसिस इनवोकेशन, so that was I feel wonderful. Then Shri Anu ji arranged cake and everything with our Zenobia ji. एंड उनका आइडिया बिल्कुल एकदम श्री रेणु जी एकदम परफेक्ट, एकदम दिया लगा के एकदम एकदम तैयार थाली सब लोगों ने, आई थिंक इट वाज श्री रेणु जी आइडिया, और उन्होंने वो बहुत मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा दिया का। आपने देखा होगा फोटो, वो फोटो भी बहुत ब्यूटीफुल आया।
बहुत
सो दैट
amazing.
वाज बहुत amazing। मुझे तो इतना अच्छा लगा, मैं तो घर पे भी ऐसे ही करूंगा ट्राई बर्थडे पे वो दिए
हम लोग
वाला।
ऐसे ही करते हैं
तो
बर्थडे
इट
पे।
वाज वेरी अमेजिंग। अच्छा, so it was amazing. And yeah, so yeah, so it was wonderful. And इतने सारे लोग आ भी गए, विपिन, आनंद और
एकदम
टीशा,
से.
रूपाली, सब लोग भी आ गए। तो एकदम सबसे मिलना हो गया। फूड तो एकदम जबरदस्त होता ही है एवरी टाइम यहाँ पर। सो तो प्लेस इज ऑल्सो वंडरफुल। तो हमारे पास क्वांटो, यहाँ पे शिव सर बोल रहे थे कि यहाँ पे इवेंट करेंगे हम लोग क्वांटो में, आई थिंक जब मानसी आएगी देन
नहीं
विल
नहीं,
हैव।
आप लोग पहले ही जो मौका मिले कर दो, मैं तो आ ही जाऊंगी.
बड़ी वेट करेंगे, 100 क्वांटो आएंगे।
क्या?
100
100?
या
Wondering if they told me or make some confirmation.
Subconscious mind works in interesting ways.
Okay, so Shivo will come in 1 or 2 minutes. I was thinking that maybe we can pick a card for Shivo for his year. How about that? Yeah, should we
हाँ
do that?
मानसी, I just want to grab my green tea cup and I'll just coming in 2 minutes.
Shivo, अभी क्या green tea? After all this moong dal halwa, hazel truffle cake,
Yeah.
what is it? 1000 type के क्या
Yes.
Tell me all the names. फटाफट बोलती जाओ क्या क्या. उसके बाद
She will love the biryani. She will love the biryani, hara bhara kebab, and the paneer kofta.
पनीर कोफ्ता. हाँ, और and what else? And then finally green tea. I will have my green tea. Oh.
तो थोड़ा कॉन्शियस को करने के लिए, अरे अतिन, आई कैरीड दैट कार्ड व्हिच आई वाज सपोज्ड टू गिव इट टू यू, सबके नाम और एक सिग्नेचर के साथ, वो मेरे साथ ही आ गया. आई फॉरगॉट टू गिव यू.
Chalo, you'll get one more bahana to go again. No, these are the
क्या आ
people
गया
who
आपके साथ?
don't have
आपके साथ क्या आ गया?
शिवो, एक कार्ड था जिसपे जो आपकी गिफ्ट है, जो सब लोग मिलके दे रहे हैं ना, सबके नाम लिखने थे, तो वो मैं लेके गई थी और वो मेरे साथ ही आ गया वापस. अभी मानसी ने बोला ना शिवो के लिए कार्ड निकालते हैं, सडनली आई रियलाइज.
अच्छा, उसमें आपको सबके नाम लिखने थे?
हाँ.
तो उसके लिए क्या लेके गई थी? आप पेन लेके गई थी?
नहीं, कार्ड ही लेके गई थी ना, बर्थडे का ग्रीटिंग.
ओह, कार्ड, ओके.
नहीं है वो. पेन लेके गई.
ओके.
फोटोग्राफ लेने के लिए लेके गई थी.
You know, this is like, you know, the people who say कि हम चाय में शक्कर we take less sugar and then they have some 5 sweets. This is that green tea.
ग्रीन टी इज गुड फॉर डाइजेशन ना, तो वो इतना
अच्छा
सारी वो बिरयानी और कोफ्ता वो सब एंजॉय किया उसके लिए।
अच्छा
शिवो सर तो वैसे ना सारे नेचर केयर की दुकान बंद करवा देंगे, क्योंकि सब खा के फिर शिवो सर नेक्स्ट टाइम जाओ तो शिवो सर बिकम मोर हेल्दी। अरे कि आपकी सर्दी खांसी कर गई, अरे वो सब चले गई। मैं क्या है, हम नेचर केयर कर करके हम सोच रहे हम ठीक हो जाएंगे, शिवो सर खा खा के सब ठीक हो जाते हैं। तो ये सब
शिवो नेचर की केयर कर रहे हैं, ठीक है।
आप नेचर की care
हाँ, नेचर की किसी को तो करनी चाहिए नेचर की केयर।
हाँ
नेचर को क्योर कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। तुम नेचर से क्योर हो रहे हो, डिफरेंस। और
हाँ
हम भी।
फिर कैसे हो गया?
तुमने तो अतिन ने तो ओनली फ्रूट्स खाए ना, यू ऑल मेड श्योर नो अतिन ओनली ईट्स फ्रूट्स।
अरे अतिन ने आज अपना आज बताओ, अतिन का कारनामा बताओ, क्या किया अतिन ने आज?
हाँ जी, ईशा ने
अच्छा,
तो
हर बार ना अतिन दूसरों पे रख देता था। पीपल फोर्स डजंट फील गुड। आज क्या हुआ वो बताओ।
क्या हुआ?
ऑब्जर्व किया रेनू जी? आज क्या किया अतिन ने, आप बताओ अतिन की करामा।
मैंने मतलब वो स्टार्ट कैसे हुआ, पहले तो यही चल रहा था, वो फ्रूट खाएगा वो फ्रूट खाएगा। उसने ब्रेकफास्ट और शुरू में बहुत कंट्रोल किया, फिर आई थिंक उसका बेचारे का कंट्रोल क्रम्बल हो गया। एंड देन ही एंजॉयड, ही सेड 8 दिन बाद मैं रेगुलर खाना खा रहा हूँ, और जो सेटिस्फेक्शन था चेहरे पे, हाँ 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 क्या बात है। बिल्कुल
फिर उसने बोला टुडे इज माय चीट डे,
अनुभव।
आफ्टर डिक्लेयरिंग कि मैं कुछ नहीं
Another-
खाऊंगा, फिर बोला मेरे से कंट्रोल नहीं हुआ, टुडे इज माय चीट डे।
शिवो बाकी के दिन थोड़े गए देखने को कि वो एक्चुअली क्या खा रहा है।
और क्या, किसको क्या पता है।
इसको क्या पता,
मतलब
आज जो हमने देखा वो पता है।
पब्लिक में जब जाओ ना, जब वैसे तो अपना जो भी करना है करो, पब्लिक में जाओ उस दिन बोल दो आज मेरा चीट डे है।
या अभी
चीट
तो हम
साल
लोग
चल रहा है, you know, sometimes you have cheat days, sometimes you have cheat years, sometimes you have cheat decade.
अभी तो हम लोग जूस पियेंगे और सूप पियेंगे अभी अभी जाके चलेगा।
सही है। शिवो, I wanted to introduce you to Soni. Hi Soni. Shivo, Soni, are you here?
Hi.
She's there.
Yeah. So
Though
Shivo,
not on camera.
hi.
Hi.
So Soni is an amazing photographer, and she was photographing the Cry event, and she also stopped by our booth, and she's such a beautiful soul. We had a short but very deep conversation, and she's here, and she's also local to us here in California, in Southern California. So welcome, Soni.
Thank you. Hello. Good morning and good evening all.
Yeah. Okay, so anyone wants to say something to Shivo before we get started? Or Shivo, aap aa rahe ho? Are you coming?
Happy birthday, sir.
आई थिंक शी ड्रॉप हो गए। शिव सर आप ड्रॉप हो गए। मेरे को तो अच्छा आ रहा है।
Atin, तो उनको आपके इसमें आने दो ना. Look at these people.
वो बाहर चले गए।
So Mansi,
Mansi, today was a
Shivo,
wonderful
did you hear my
thing,
birthday
and
song?
Who's saying this? It's see, Sheetal. Who was saying that?
Shivo,
I
did you hear my
mean
birthday song?
Mansi.
Oh wow, Shivo.
Yes.
Dashing, you know?
So Abhi just like we were very tired and trying to sleep. Then I just उधर ही बोलना था मुझे कि like कुछ बोल दो आप वहाँ पे. तो I couldn't at that time. I got very emotional. तो मैंने कुछ लिखा है. तो can I just read it out? One sec.
शिवो अतिन है वहां, आओ ना, वहां ज्यादा लाइट है.
Okay.
यहाँ देखो, यहाँ कितना लाइट है.
I am
हाँ हाँ
at
हाँ, now it is there. Now. हाँ, now it is there.
Yeah,
I
Shivu, you
saw
look
this
so
thing.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Smart and
Thank
handsome.
you, thank you.
आज तो ग्लो कर
Happy
रहे थे
birthday,
शिवो
Shivo
जी.
sir.
आज तो हाँ,
Happy birthday, very.
शिवू आज पूर्णिमा के चांद
ये
है.
रूपाली का गिफ्टेड कुर्ता है एंड चॉइस बाय मानसी. कलर चॉइस बाय मानसी.
कैसे पता चला ये?
हैप्पी
खबरी है ना
बर्थडे
हमारे
शिव जी, वेंकट जी है.
हेलो, थैंक यू. How did I come to know? Because
Happy.
I have the Indra's 1,000 eyes. I have Indra's 1,000 eyes. 1,000 spies of Indra.
Okay, I will.
Then
Thank you, Luis.
Luis also want to sing song after Sheetal.
Okay, so Sheetal and then Louis. Oh wow.
हाँ जी ना जी, हाँ जी ना जी कहते कहते निकल पड़ी गुरु से मिलने. ये यात्रा एक सफर नहीं थी, न मंजिल तक कैसे पहुंचूं वाला प्रश्न. ये वक्त का तकाजा भी, बेटी का बालहट भी, या ब्रह्मांड का इशारा. मिलने चली अपने काउंटो परिवार से. कई सालों से जिनको ऑनलाइन मिली, आज ऑफलाइन मिलने का था मौका. क्या क्या गिनाए सुहाना बन गया सफर जब. धर्मेश जी बने सारथी. उड़न खटोला अपना चला गानों के मधुर स्वरों के साथ. लजीज नाश्ता, पुनेरी मिसल एंड वड़ा पाव. मनमोहन दृश्य, प्रकृति का सौंदर्य. लगता बस खो जाऊं आरोही की वादियों में. श्री रेणु जी बनी अन्नपूर्णा माँ. सबको खिलाया स्वादिष्ट सैंडविचेस और कस्टमाइज क्वांटो लोगो केक. लता जी का होममेड नेंद्र बाड़ेकर प्रसाद. शिवो जी का ध्यान सानिध्य पा धन्य हुए कितनों के कितने जिज्ञासा समाधान. स्वादिष्ट मृष्टांग भोजन, आत्मीय स्नेह. गेम मास्टर बनी अपने तिशा एंड रूप्स. और वन आउट. विपिन जी को नचाया धर्मेश जी के मधुर स्वर. मेरे मन की बात शब्दों में कैसे ढालूं ये मन के एहसास. बस पल ये ठहर जाए, समय थोड़ा रुक जाए, यही थे सबके भाव. All good things come to an end, but this truly is a beginning to many more such sessions. Love you, my soul family. Quanto Parivar. Thank you.
सब कुछ कवर कर रहे हैं.
इसने सब कुछ बता दिया.
क्वांटो की मोस्ट फेमस रिपोर्टर हूँ मैं.
Thank you, Shital.
Thank you, sir. It was really a very good session, and it was really I and Ananya were really blessed to be there. So thank you. आपने मुझे तभी बोलने बोला, like I couldn't. I just sat now and just I wrote it down. Thank you, sir.
आज काफी अच्छा अवेयरनेस पे एकदम स्पॉन्टेनियस बहुत अच्छा आया. सारी all clarity about awareness. I think it was the deepest insights that flowed today.
और शिव सर ने बोला कि ना
On awareness.
रिकॉर्ड मत करो, और मैं रिकॉर्ड कर रहा था. बाद में पता लगा कि मैं रिकॉर्ड कर चालू करने ही भूल गया. रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं हुआ.
No, the reason I told him not to
Yeah.
record, I thought कि I'm just taking feedback. तो इतना I thought it is more experiential and there won't be insights and all. मुझे ऐसा लगा. But then the insights just began to flow. And today's synthesis process was just amazing. Amazing था. Anybody want to give
शिव
feedback
सर
on
मुझे क्या
synthesis
लगा
process?
पता है,
हाँ.
मुझे क्या लगा शिव सर कि आई डोंट नो, मतलब मैं आई कैन बी, बट जैसे हम लोगों ने त्रिशूल जो पहले रखा था, हम लोगों ने मेडिटेशन किया, मैं थोड़ा फोटोग्राफी भी ले रहा था. उसके बाद मैं बैठा और डेफिनेटली इट वाज नाइस। बट जब मैं पीहू और उनको लेके गया ना बाद में, त्रिशूल रखने के बाद जब पीहू और कौन था, मानसी को लेके गया, तो आई थिंक तो उसका जो हॉल का एनर्जी ना बहुत चेंज हो गया था एक्चुअली, बहुत स्ट्रांग हो गया था
अच्छा।
त्रिशूल रखने के बाद जब मैंने किया अभी। या तो दिस आई रियलाइज के मतलब मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था जैसे मेरे जो स्पेस है जो अपने शरीर की, वो अ, मतलब स्पेस ही गायब हो गई थी, लाइक बाउंड्रीज, और वो स्ट्रांग हो गया था। मतलब वो उसका फील्ड मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा था, उनको बोलूं कि इसको डिजॉल्व में सरेंडर कर दो, बट इट द फील्ड बिकम मोर स्ट्रांग। आई फील डिफरेंस तो मुझे लगा
दैट इज वंडरफुल।
अभी।
कल बैठेंगे हम लोग।
अभी हाँ तो
The Trishul, I have a question. The Trishul is like that when it is there, and then it is ulta when, no, it's like this when there is a, what do you call, a fight. So you all put it like that?
No, 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 no. The instruction to us was to put it like that.
Acha.
Reverse. Yeah, yeah. That was the instruction to put it reverse.
Acha, that's the channeling you got to put it like that?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
एंड शिवो, उसमें डिफरेंस क्या होता है सीधा खड़ा करने में और उल्टा रखने में?
वो कभी और
अच्छा,
some other point of time. वैसे माँ दुर्गा त्रिशूल is always like that.
Because she's attacking. No, it is when it is an attack.
Yeah.
One is a guard position, one is an attack position. So when it is,
So it is a combination of awareness and protection both. It is awareness and protection.
So Shivo, I wanted to know, did you hear the birthday song that I sent to you?
No. I did not see your birthday song actually. You have sent it to me. I will hear.
You'll hear it, but I will sing it quickly now if I may.
Okay. Yes,
It's
thank
a simple birthday song. HAPPYBIRTHDAY. 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 Bless you. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can't thank you enough. It's such a blessing, all of you. I'm so uplifted by this Quanto life, this Quanto family. It's truly a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you. And today we really missed Lalit. And I have a feeling there was, uh, you know, uh, there is some purpose in his not coming today and something about future.
Yes, sir.
मुझे लगता है आपको कई दिनों के लिए आना है अभी.
यस 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 यस, मुझे लगता है यूनिवर्स ने ऐसा ही प्लान किया है कुछ. बट शिव मैं बहुत हैप्पी था आज सुबह से.
अच्छा.
हाँ पता नहीं, यानी मैं मिस करके भी मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था मैं वहीं पे हूँ.
Okay, that is wonderful. Yes, Mansi, about today's session. Card निकालो. You have to leave in some time, ना?
आज सेशन भी करना है क्या? I was like, I will. मैं आके पिक करूँ क्या? I have to. Yeah. Okay.
कर दो, अभी टाइम है, 5 मिनट है.
Okay. So let's all think about Shivo. Okay. And what does the universe want to tell him? Okay, so let's connect to Shivo. Athan, why can't I see? Can you unpin Geeta Masi and can you?
शिवो सर पिन है एक्चुअली.
Why am I getting still?
गीता मासी तो पिन नहीं है.
अच्छा मेरे लिए I don't know. My phone is not. Okay, it's okay. Let us connect to Shivo. Let us connect to the space. in which you are there, in which Shivo is there. All the devas and devis are there. Guru is there. Mahagavri is there. Matara. And of course, Ma Durga. Shivo, the card for you is Hanumanji. What has Hanumanji come to tell you?
Maybe he's telling me stay in your power.
Yes. Also, he's coming with, you see, this is a Hanumanji. This is a different Hanumanji. This is a Hanumanji who is completely with all the astras and shastras. You see? I'll remove my background. Yeah. You see, he has all the astras, shastras. He has the flag, the war flag, and he has all the weapons. He is in movement, and I think it is the year, it is the time to raise, for the good to raise their voice. And to employ all the, sometimes you have to go to war. And sometimes you do it privately, and sometimes you have to just go all out, go all in the open, go with everything you got. Because that's dharma. That's so yeah, today, this time, the blessings of Hanumanji. And this place also looks like Arohi, Shivo. Like, look at it. I'm trying to remove my background. Yeah. You see, this place also looks like Arohi. Guys, all of you who went to Arohi right now.
And
You see
even
that?
today, while the invocation, all the Rudras he called upon, later on he remembered and Hanumanji. So maybe there is something about that.
Yeah,
also.
yeah. That is why Hanumanji is like, okay, I heard you. You called me late, but you called me. I'm here. And Arunji, yes, it is Tuesday also, as you rightly. By the way, everything was so gorgeous. Like when you all were standing in a group, it looked like the backside looked like the view in Arohi is so unreal. It almost feels like a film. They put a set, a
And
poster behind you.
Indradhanush bhi aaya. We saw a rainbow.
Oh my God. And the rangoli, the flower rangoli was so gorgeous.
And it was like वहां पे जब शिवाजी ने कहा कि उसको बनाना है and like I was searching for rangoli, searching for chalks कि मतलब कैसे बनेगा. But when I didn't get anything and started doing it was like with these kids Ananya and Arohi, Kavita's daughter, like it was totally beautiful and we did it between like 5 minutes the whole thing. It was just flowing and it was just happening.
And there was such youthful energy. Like there were so many teenagers, and like it was just amazing. So, Shivo, I will come back again.
And we missed you. Even the kids were asking, "वो US में रहती है ना? That auntie, when she will come? She is not here."
Okay, Shivo. So today we will be. Shivo, does anyone want to say something, or we start with the session? If
मानसी आज सब बहुत खुश लग रहे हैं, क्या बात है?
हाँ क्या?
इतने स्माइली फेस है सबके आज.
क्यों ना हो. Yeah, Shipriya. Go on.
Oh, I just wanted to I wanted to wish Shivo a very, very happy birthday. So happy to see him, and so happy to be here. I feel very, very grateful for all the blessings, and very happy to see all of you. And it just hearing about the celebration brings great joy. So
Thank you.
happy
And
birthday, Shivaji.
I hope you to join at some point. You can join.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
So Shivu, continue. I will see you all I'll be here, but I'll see you all in a few minutes after dropping Shivu. Shivu, there is, anyone wants to wish Shivu, please go ahead, okay? Today is his day. Sessions to hote rehte hain. But today is a celebration festival for all of us. So,
And I think we can take up questions
yeah.
for next 15.
Okay, fine. Okay. We'll take up the, Renu, can you call on people to ask questions, or Abnaz, you are there?
Shiva sir, can you maybe?
Where is Lata?
Shiva sir,
Yeah.
Lata ji is maybe may have read and you're tired.
I don't know, Lata ke baghair, Lata मैं sorry about. Rupali, Tisha, they are all there.
सोसाइटी में कुछ रहेगा उसका.
Garba.
Tisha are with you, or they have left?
Left. But they've left early because Garba hai na aaj. So everyone
Achha.
want to play Garba. Yeah.
ठीक है. Take the questions and I will see you. I'll be listening, okay? I'll listen more.
आप
Please invite everyone to whatever questions they have.
Happy birthday, Shivaji.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, please. Questions. किसी के पास questions हैं? On Shakti, on value creation, on anything? Today there were so many questions. My God, I was trying to wind up after my, small. I was thinking, that's why I told Atin not to record. I said it will be over in 5 minutes. And what is so special about it? But then questions after comments, questions, and then said this is the last question. And then there were 4 more hands. And so and we're really getting late, but I said, no, I will take everybody's question. So, and then it turned out to be, I was not thinking that it will be, I knew it would be it was a great, experientially it was great, but I was not planning to speak much. And I did speak very little, but it was.
Shiva, Atman never listens to you. The one time he decided to listen to you. was like, kabhi sunte to ho nahi tum.
No, but let me tell you what. Yeah. That insight has now become part of me. It will keep coming again and again.
शिव सर मे बी आप उस इंसाइट का थोड़ा सा अगर बता पाए तो people will have question.
वो when it will come.
पूछो या तुम थोड़ा start करो.
So when the context is built up, it will come again.
शिव सर मैं पूछता हूँ आपसे मतलब
every quality without awareness is bad. It doesn't matter how good you think it is. It's just bad. Without awareness, no quality can be good. So the quality you need to develop in today's world is awareness. That's the most basic quality. And that's what Osho also said. That's why he emphasized so much on awareness.
So, आपने इससे बताया कि आई एम जस्ट जैसा मैंने जैसे जहाँ तक मेरे को रिमेम्बर है थोड़ा और यहाँ तक मेरे को सुनाई दिया कि देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ अवेयरनेस. फर्स्ट अवेयरनेस इज सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन. आई फील first is the self introspection.
No, first.
Sorry?
That is a beginning. I made a mistake. I made a mistake is the first step. What are my
Okay.
mistakes? I made. That is the first awareness.
Okay. The second is the self-introspection. Like
Yeah.
self-introspection, and then when self-introspection
Question
happen,
is why I made that mistake. What is that inside me?
okay,
Why I made the mistake? That is the second awareness. Right?
okay. And the third is the good about me, the qualities.
Yeah. Good
Okay.
qualities. Yeah.
Awareness about good qualities, and then what? The
Then ecosystem.
okay
Right?
इकोसिस्टम या जैसे हम लोग हॉल में इंटर करते हैं तो
What,
या कहीं भी इंटर तो व्हाट इज द
what is
ओके ओके
what is good about the ecosystem? Then what is missing in the ecosystem? And why it is missing? And how, just the awareness also will begin to fit in. But on a collective level, on a individual level, it is okay just to be aware. But on the outer level, it is not enough just to be aware of what is missing. Because it has come to your awareness, but it has not come to others' awareness. For that to happen, some Leela has to happen. Without Leela, others will not get it. The whole ecosystem will not get it. Are you getting it?
तो सॉरी मैं एक मतलब मैं
But if you become aware, just become aware, it will rectify it. Just the awareness is enough. But on the collective level, just the awareness is not enough. Because only you have become aware. Others have not become aware. Some of them would become aware just by you telling them. A very small part. They are the pioneers, most aware people. Others you will need to explain them, you will pursue, they will become aware. But there'll be some people who are like egoistic, they will not get it. How? Because they are exploiting the lack of awareness. You are not aware is good for them. They are exploiting it. They will not get it. For them to get it, there has to be some Leela. So you have to be ready for that.
to
And
show some
for that Leela to happen, you okay, first awareness is in the ecosystem that okay, what is missing? Then the awareness of which part of the ecosystem is aware. The moment you told them, they became aware. Okay. So you will need to become aware of the different parts of ecosystem at a different level of awareness. Some will need to be pursued, some will need explanation, some will resist, but then finally they will get it. But some people, they have their selfishness involved because they are exploiting it. They want it to remain. Do not want the awareness to come. They will do all their best to clutter it. So that is awareness is also needed. Who is at what level? Then you will need to be aware of that they begin to play games, to clutter, to even to confuse who are with you, who have become aware. They will want to confuse them also. So you will need to become aware of their games also. When you are aware of all this, and when you offer it to God, then the channeling happens and the Leela happens. In that Leela, you become the force. Because you will need, that's what Mansi said, power. You will need that power. Just your pure intentions are not enough. You have to have the power to transform an ecosystem. And this fight between the good and bad is there in every ecosystem, right from family to neighborhood to okay, sometimes even there will be some people may not be aware, they may be egoistic, but for some reason they can come with you. I always see in Mahabharata, I'm always surprised. Not everyone who was with Pandavas, not everyone was there because they were on the side of truth. They had their own agendas too, but they came with Krishna. And Krishna told them, listen, you have this agenda, no? So come with us. So he goes to the king of Virat. You have a score to settle with Dronacharya, no? So come with us. Then the Drashdyumna comes. He's a general of Pandava's army for 17 days or 18 days. Right? Drashdyumna, Draupadi's brother, is not there because he's on the side of truth. He's there because he has a score to settle. So you even have to discover those stories, those, the asuras, they're always searching for that how you are speaking the truth, but how to find someone who has some score to settle and he will come out and say something about you and people get confused. Literally, if you see the whole war of Mahabharata, even though it is a fight between the good and bad and the good always wins, but you have to see there is a lot of strategy there. It's not pure awareness. It's not pure awareness. But someone can be on the side of truth who is a master like Krishna, who is a strategist like Krishna. That's what is very valuable. Am I making sense here?
Yes, sir. I'm getting it completely.
बट शिव सर जैसे जो आपने बताया कि वो फर्स्ट इज जस्ट सेल्फ अवेयरनेस अगर नहीं होगी तो वन कैन नॉट बी अ स्ट्रेटेजिक लाइक दिस.
If you do not have the self-awareness, okay, then, and if you move on that path, you will get trapped and you will attract use karma. Krishna doesn't attract karma even when he says, okay, Karn, his wheel is stuck in the mud, but Arjun, take out your arrow and kill him. It seems immoral, unethical to us, right? It seems unethical. But it is the highest state of awareness where Krishna says, you have to do this immoral. Otherwise, we are going into a wrong future. Because he knows how important the victory is. So he is not in that kind of awareness where it's okay, whoever wins is okay. In the long run, truth will win. How does it affect if I lose? Right? He is not looking at the personal dimension. For him, it's okay to lose. For him, it's okay to suffer. But what about the whole humanity? Is that going to suffer? So the kind of integrity that Krishna is practicing is very, very high, where even the immorality becomes very, very important. It's not about morality. And he is not being immoral because he's selfish. He has nothing to gain out of that. Do you see, even after he was instrumental in winning the war of Mahabharata, he did not claim to be the emperor of India, and he could have. He could have conducted the Rashtriya Yajna by himself and became the emperor, but he did not want that. He was a king of a very small kingdom called Dwarka. Do you know how big the Dwarka was? It was like a city, a small city. Right? That's what he was king of. And he asked Yudhishthira to conduct the Rashtriya Yajna. So can you see, for him that power is not important. So a lot of people say that, okay, Krishna did that, so I can also be immoral. But be clear, are you being immoral because you have something to gain? To reach that level of integrity, you need to be in the state of all kind of sacrifices. If you are ready to make all kind of personal sacrifices, only then you can be in that kind of a observation, truthfulness, or integrity, where even the immoral is included in your method. You have to be totally not just selfless. Not just selfless. You have to be ready to sacrifice. 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 When you sacrifice, that's when you deserve. Okay. That when you sacrifice, that's when you deserve that. Okay, even if you have to take support of that immorality for your purpose, you can, because you are ready to sacrifice, because you are selfless. That's why a selfish person telling you that it's okay to be immoral, be very, 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 very aware of that person. If there are people who have used the slokas of Gita to justify whatever they are doing. I remember there was this movie, I don't remember the name, in which there is this Manoj Vajpayee. He's a very cruel criminal. And every time, he is doing some heinous act, he is also reading out a slok from Gita. See, this is written in Gita. Am I clear? I think this is what the Guru Brihaspati is. So today I'm feeling the Brahma as Guru Brihaspati. Anyone wants to make any comment? So the point I'm making is immorality, which value, that creates value. Do not judge things by moral or immoral. Now this requires a lot of awareness, because a lot of people can justify the immoral, and that's not the point I'm making. It's not about justifying something immoral. It's about looking a perspective which is a value perspective, always a higher perspective than moral perspective. Because Arjun is saying, I don't want to fight the war because it is immoral, simple. I don't want to kill my own kins. He's talking very moral. He's talking that, okay, so many people will be killed, and there will be, the villages will be empty of men, and then what will happen to those women? All that he's talking. He is talking moral. What Krishna is talking is value. So always the value perspective is always higher than moral perspective. Yeah, Mansi, you were saying something. Yeah, Mansi.
I was asking about power. You said that Krishna didn't have power, but then you also said we need power. Sorry, I didn't get that part.
No.
You were talking about power?
No. For him, he had the
power is
ultimate
not
power.
important. Okay.
No. He has ultimate power, but he doesn't need to manifest it in the form of a kingdom. That is the normally, if you have the power, you be the greatest king. You be the emperor. But he doesn't need that.
Okay.
See, the point I'm making, someone who is in that space that for him, the morality is not important. I think in today's times, that person can claim it that, okay, I have gone beyond morality, but I think the way for him is to make sacrifice. He cannot be seen as beneficiary of something and then also talk that immoral is also okay. No. If you are saying I've gone beyond morality, choose value over morals, you are saying that, okay, you can do that immoral, but if anybody is saying that today, any guide, any guru saying that, first he has to be ready to sacrifice. The moment he seems like a beneficiary of that immoral, his integrity will crash. Okay? And then his words, he loses a walk siddhi. So I think in today's world, the sacrifice is very, very important.
Shivo, what does sacrifice look like in today's world? I know that I see it in context of the family, that I can see that sacrifice. What does sacrifice look in context of the world? Like for giving value, you have to sacrifice your sleep, your money.
Sacrifice could be that it becomes apparent to people that he could have made a lot of money, but he is not making. Apparent. He could have gone for a luxurious living, but it is apparent that he loves the simple living. It's like choosing the simple living over luxurious living. Okay. Then people say, okay, he said that, okay, you can go for that immoral. Okay. But is he benefiting from that immorality? Because if you are choosing immorality over morality, then that person must be doing for some reason, na? That either he want to appease people, then he want to earn money through some kind of a game. But that's not what he's doing. Then what is his purpose, basically? You're getting it. So it is a sacrifice that makes it apparent to people that this person is genuine. And I really feel for a leader in today's context, any leader, sacrifice is a must. Only that leader will have the credibility who is ready to sacrifice. This was always so, but for a leader who is not wanting the comfort zone. See, for a leader, it's very easy to go into the comfort zone of morality. He can say, I am moral, so I'm doing this. And the people will follow. It's very easy. But that will not take him much ahead because morals are breaking. We need new morals. And when there are new morals, it appears immoral. Okay. So for
Shivo,
a leader to cause the real transformation, just let me complete. For a leader to create a real transformation, he will have to get into the zone of new morality, which will appear immoral. But for people to accept that new morality as the moral, it is essential that he is ready to sacrifice. So sacrifice is a must for anybody to turn into. Somebody can be a mass leader by just playing on the fear and greed of people. Okay. That's not the kind of leadership I'm talking about. I'm talking about a leadership which will really transform an ecosystem, which will transform a race or a religion or a country. For that transformative leadership, in today's world, the sacrifice is necessary. He cannot be the beneficiary of whatever new moral he is talking about. He cannot be the beneficiary of that. Yes, Supriya and Luis.
So
I
Shivo,
want to ask you, is it because morality is corruptible?
No. Morality is because the morality has come from past. Okay. In the past, the world was in a certain way, and then you found that for this world, for this ecosystem to function properly, you need to behave this way. That's what the morality is. But now that past, we have come beyond that. We need a new growth, a new kind of understanding. So the old morals are not going to work. So there has to be new morals. And if people people do not have that kind of understanding, that why is this new moral needed? And if they have to, so how they will follow the new morals? They will need to trust that leader. And they will only trust if they can see that he is not the beneficiary of the new morals he is suggesting.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting it. So even if for him it's okay to benefit, it's okay not to benefit, right? But he has to choose not to benefit. You know, for example, when Gandhi declared himself that he represents the poor people, the people in villages of India who do not have clothes, right? So he chose to wear only one cloth, right? Do you think it would be a burden on the country if he was wearing the full attire? He could have, right? But then he would appear the beneficiary. So that's a sacrifice. He goes to Manchester in that winter of England, cruel, right? But he is only in one cloth. Why? If he is wearing all that pantsuit and all, then can he come back and claim that I am representing the poor people of India? I am representing the villages of India. Can he claim that? So that is a sacrifice. He has to make that. Am I getting clear here?
Shivo, I have a question.
Yeah.
So this makes a lot of sense to me because at present in our world, there is a lot of conflicting how people come across, leaders come across. So it reminds me of a story in about 1,000 years ago in South America. The Incas were very spiritual people. And so when the Spaniards came to their land and tried to conquer them, a couple of groups of them, they went into the mountains, high up in the Andean mountains. And the Inca chiefs at that time had a lot of power. They knew how to effect they were shamans, they knew how to change natural forces. But one of the stories goes that one of the chiefs, who was a very powerful shaman, did not change the circumstances for his people because he saw that they needed to stay in the mountains in the very harsh conditions. A lot of lives were lost, but he foresaw that if he has used that power at that time, that it would not have been in the benefit of humanity. So he made a lot of sacrifices, and he got there was a lot of deaths. People had to stay in the mountains for a very long time in very harsh conditions.
So in that situation, how does a leader like that make that kind of decision, even though everything looks like, he could have affected differently?
So sometimes leaders are faced with very, very difficult choices. And the true ones are those who are not there to, normally we may think that I'm doing good. Some people may even have a lifespan of that, okay, if I do good after 20 years, I will reap some people will say, I do good right now, I need a return by tomorrow. I need return in 1 year. Some people may have even a lifespan of 20 years, right? That I will, there may be some strategists who are like that. But there will be some who will say, I will do the right thing. And it doesn't matter what comes back to me. Doesn't matter. And when the person reaches that kind of integrity, okay, that's when the God considers him to be so valuable that he can give his most difficult task. Sometimes there are tasks of divine which will fructify only after 1000 years. So who is ready to take that responsibility? There are very, very few people who are ready to take all kind of condemnation, who are ready to go down in the worst books of history, who are ready to be hated by the masses. They are not even looking for that I will make all sacrifice, masses will love me. There are few souls like that. Through them, the God effects seeds something which may produce result after 1000 years. Right? One example that comes to me, I mean, if you look at Socrates, what was he going to get out of all he was doing? Nothing. Only the hatred, only the resistance, only the ridicule, right? He will get that only. But he is ready, even for no rewards, he is ready to do that. And that what happened? He did not even have desire that I'm saying all this, so future should know me. Because all his conversations, they were just there. They happened, they were lost. Some people, after a long, long time, after years, they started to feel some transformation. But see what was the design of life. After 5 years has gone, he is gone. One of his disciple, Plato, awakens. Okay. And I sense, see, I said that day that God will get the things done when he wants to. So yes, he must have had pure intentions, but sometimes I also feel a sense of guilt there in Plato. There is also a sense of guilt. Because at some point, he developed some differences with Socrates and he just gone away. He was not there with Socrates when he drank the poison. He was not there. He was away for, I think, for a few years, for 2 years, 5 years, whatever. So in that, probably at some point, he realized that he missed doing something. And I think that guilt was used by God. Of course, he also had pure intention. Also, he had pure love for his master. But there was also a little bit of guilt that propelled him to write those dialogues. So he goes around and he finds out, okay, Socrates had come here and you had a long talk for 2 hours. Who all were there? So he would go visit all them and he would try to construct what happened, what dialogue happened. Right? So this is how the Republic was written. And can you imagine for 1800 years, 1900 years. Nobody is bothered about republic. Okay. Whose worship there is Aristotle. And Aristotle said something that was opposite to Socrates. But he is the most admired philosopher in the whole world, including in all Islamic countries. If you see, Aristotle is admired like anything. But then Descartes comes, okay, in somewhere in 1600s, almost 2000 years, 1900 years after Socrates is gone. And that idea is picked up in 1700. And then comes the idea of looking at things rationally, independent of what is written in scriptures. So that was a brand new idea. We will look at the situation now without referring to scriptures. That was a huge idea. And from where that idea is coming from Socrates, 2000 years back. And that transforms the world. That's how the rational society is created. Can you imagine how there would be those shastras? There were those intellectual discourses that used to happen. One of the famous one is between Shankaracharya and Mandan Mishra. You know what kind of system they had of shastra and to declare who is a winner? Do you know what was the system? So Mandan Mishra will say something, that this is what the truth is, this is what this scripture says. Then Shankara comes and says, no, but in that scripture, they say that this is how it is. Then he says something, but they all are referring like what is written in some scripture is the truth. And the Shastra debate is about which is the higher truth. You understand? Nobody is looking at saying that, okay, drop all that what is written in the scriptures. Just refer to the issue here. Just look at, just examine it. Drop all those references. That's what the science is based on. See, that's what all the great scientists who were killed by the church, right? There were how many scientists they were put on stakes? Why? They said the things that are common sense, that are observation. Observation is that Earth goes around the sun. It is proved through observation, through science. But what is the church saying? No, no, no. Bible says sun goes around the earth. So you are wrong. You are put on the stake, you are burnt alive. Right? So do you see where, if we were still in that society, that what is written in scripture is right, even though our observation is different, can you imagine what kind of society we would be today? If today, if the science and technology in the modern society is born, is because of this simple idea, very simple idea. We need to look at present without referring to past. Yes, if there is a knowledge, if there is a wisdom from past, bring that in as part of the reality. But we are not going to look at the present reality through the eyes of the past scriptures. This simple idea, look at the present in present, not through the lens of past. This simple idea created the modern society. And when was that seeded? It was seeded 2000 years back. Right? So there are things which are seeded in world and they fructify after thousands of years. And there are souls who are ready to take up that kind of challenge. It doesn't matter when will it seed, when will it flourish, when will it fructify, when will it blossom. It doesn't matter. Right? It's not important. What is important is some seeding is needed. God is saying that, do it, that's it. That's it.
Yes.
Right? So in that state, you are going to talk, you have to drop the references of morality. You only have to listen to what the
Yes.
cosmos is saying. That's it. I'm not even saying value. Even that will lose meaning at some stage. But you don't know where the higher value is. Okay. I'm just saying that to experience certain things. But even at some point, you will have to drop even the paradigm of value. You have to just listen. What is consciousness saying? What is space saying? That's it. And to trust in what the space is saying and to go on with that. Doesn't matter who comes with you, who doesn't come with you, who resists you, who loves you, who hates you, doesn't matter. Right? There are some souls in the world who are ready to do that. And God prepares them through a long journey. Right? And they are the ones who are given responsibility. Yeah. I would say Krishna is one such soul. That's how he redefined morality.
So Shivo, this means value has more permanent qualities. Morality is changing.
Yeah. So value.
Earlier I said it was corruptible, but it's changing.
Yes. So value paradigm is more important than moral paradigm. That's the point I'm making. And there is a paradigm which is beyond value also. That is what is space saying right now. But I can't talk about it, right? You listen and you trust and you follow.
Well, you know, when you spoke about observation, the empirical observation that scientists use changes also. One time in reality, what certain scientists might believe to be empirically true doesn't always stay the same.
But very true. Very true.
And that was the fate that Galileo suffered with being ahead of his time.
Yeah, very true. I agree with you. But for them, so okay, so even the following the empirical formula, okay, okay, some scientists may get that, okay, empirical formula says this to me, but I'm not getting that this is the final truth. And that scientist would face all kind of disdains, all kind of ridicule. And that is something I can remember one scientist with whom that is happening. We know what he has said is truth, but he has been like expelled from all scientific forums. People have told him that no, scientists have told him he doesn't deserve to be a scientist. Expel him. He's not one of them. Okay, there is one scientist like that today. His name is Dr. Rupert Sheldrake. He gave a TED talk and that talk was removed by the TED.
Yes.
They said, no, it's not a scientific talk. But we know what he is talking is truth. He is the one who talked about the vibrational field. That's where I also got the idea of vibrational field. From there, I picked up that idea. And of course, we have now developed in a very different way. But the basic idea came from there, from his theory of morphogenetic field. We know that vibrational fields exist. And he has proved it. But scientists are saying, no, sorry, because then their own theories are going to go for toss. When he talks about that universe as habits, and he talks about nothing is fixed, and then he proves that, I don't remember, for one metal, he proves that the melting point of that particular metal was so and so, and now it has changed. So even the melting point of a metal can change. Can you imagine? And how much is that idea ridiculed? Okay. So there are scientists who would prefer to go through that rather than compromise. They may be proven wrong by everyone, but then they know what they are speaking is truth. And they are the real one to whom God gives the responsibility to seed a new truth. Yeah. You're mute, Luis. You're mute.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was saying, was Einstein included in that when he spoke of the spooky action at a distance? Was he talking about quantum?
Has channeled the truth. Einstein has channeled the truth, which is very valuable. Okay. But I would say I'm a big fan of Einstein, but here I would say at least at this stage of understanding, I think he missed out on a truth.
Yes.
He couldn't see that there could be a truth beyond what he's saying. And that can happen when you develop a kind of a superiority that I have given the best thing, there is nothing better than that. And yes, I salute him. Yes, he did give, and what he gave to humanity only come to the people who are very, very humble. But sometimes when in that humility you get a huge success, you will develop, you are susceptible to develop the ego of that success. And in that you will miss the truth. He missed the truth of quantum science.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere, if somebody has missed the truth, I would say his success, and this happens to so many people, they become successful because they are very humble. But when they have become successful, they develop the ego. Then the humility is not real after that. It becomes a kind of a moral. They practice humility. Not that they are humble, that they are not in humility. They start to practice it. And that's when their downfall begin. That's what I think. That's what I'm a big, big fan of Einstein. But I really think at some point he developed that ego. And that's why he missed the truth. And it took years for scientists, for him to accept the new truth. He did accept it. He did accept that quantum science is true. And he did accept at some stage that whatever the calculations he had made about the, what is it called, cosmic constant or something, the, what constant is there? It's called cosmic constant, right? He declared that to be zero. And then at some point, after many years of that, he said, when it became very clear to him that cosmos is expanding, he said, yes, its value is non-zero. I accept my mistake. And he said, even at that point of time, when I declared it is zero, I was getting all the evidences that the value is non-zero, but somehow I went with everyone. Because if he declared the value as non-zero, he would be ridiculed by the whole scientist fraternity. So again, he came in that pressure that because I'm great, so I have to maintain my greatness now. That is another ego. I'm great, so I have to maintain my greatness. I'm not ready to be ridiculed after that. So I'll go with what everyone says. It's called cosmological constant. Cosmological constant.
So when scientists need peer-reviewed documentation, they are possibly suffering from being accepted by the
yes.
To yearn for peer review is feeding your ego.
So every being, you know what? Every being is susceptible for that. Mm-hmm. I don't think there is any being in the whole world who is not susceptible to this. That once they have reached the peak of their consciousness, and once they manifested for something, because it was their peak, so they cannot imagine that there is something beyond it. So they want to maintain it. They want to maintain it. And that's when when they want to maintain the greatness, that's when they fall.
You know, something I heard when the atomic bomb was being designed,
Mm,
Einstein was not allowed to participate because his thoughts were different.
Lewis, can you finish your this and then we go into the,
Yes.
we will carry on because it's Shivo's birthday. I think Pooja has also asked a question and
Carried today, actually. I've gotten carried away. I'm talking otherwise.
No. Pooja had a question about you only.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we want to hear more about Shivo today rather than Einstein and Aristotle. Shivo, Pooja was asking about...
That's the insight I'm getting about Einstein, right? And about everyone who reaches a great height. That is why I have seen it's a personal experience with my own journey and the journey of many. Once they have reached the peak of consciousness, from the next life, they begin to fall. That's why I talked about the ego consciousness cycle. Person will reach the peak of consciousness, and after that, the ego will begin to take over. It happens with everyone. And then they have, it even happened with Socrates in his next life. He fell. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, and then he falls, and then a big crisis comes. Then he awakens again. This is the cycle. And it has happened with every great being. And I am hoping to discover how to break this cycle. I'm really hoping. I don't want to go through reaching the peak of consciousness, falling from there, and ego trap, and then fall 1 step, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Ego getting satisfied, and this, then making mistakes, come to the bottom, and then there is a lot of crisis, and then that crisis shakes you up, awakens you. Again, you begin the journey to higher peak of consciousness. Yes. The journey is to higher peak of consciousness. Yes. But this is my real wish to God, that I discover that way of journey, that concept, that insight where we don't have to fall from the consciousness, but reach a peak of consciousness and then reach the next peak. But maybe a little bit of, going down the valley is needed, because between 2 peaks, there will always be a valley. You can't have 1 peak and another peak, right? So I don't know. I'm still groping with this. I'm still in the inquiry if there is a way possible where we don't have to go through this ego consciousness cycle. Yeah, Luis, yeah. Your question, please.
Well, I was just saying that when the atomic bomb was being manufactured, they didn't allow Einstein to participate because he had certain thoughts that weren't in agreement with the group. Even though I think he was the one that wrote the president and said, we need to do this because Germany is developing a weapon. But he was not allowed in on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Pooja's question, and then Mansi, over to you. Thank you, Luis. Yeah, it's a very difficult choice. You know, making atomic bomb is a very difficult choice. Maybe this was necessary, but one thing that disturbs me, I also think it was necessary to make atomic bomb. But one thing that disturbs me, why did they choose cities like Hiroshima and Nagasaki? There would be same effect if they dropped the bomb at a very sparse population villages. It would have the same effect. They did not have to target the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I second that atomic bomb was needed. But I think the application was it could have been much less disastrous. Yeah, Pooja.
They did make a decision. Just 1 minute, Pooja. They were going to, the original plan was to bomb Kyoto, and this person's wife, I think Oppenheimer's wife or someone's wife said that, brought about that it is such a cultural, it is the epicenter of culture and of art and everything that is this. So you will be destroying the soul. And that's why the decision was made not to do it there. There was, and they did want to make an impact. That's why they, I am not arguing they did the right thing, but I'm just saying that that decision was made, that to hit them,
Where it hurts the most.
trying to make us they wanted it to be impactful enough that that would stop everything. Like, it would create such an impact that there is nothing after that. So they did want to create that impact, but I know that they did not bomb Kyoto. That was the original plan, was to bomb Kyoto, and based on the significance of that place, they decided not to. So yeah, sorry, Pooja.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was not there, so we can only interpret. We don't know, right? But I'm just saying that okay, probably there was a less fierce, less destructive option. Yeah. Yeah, Pooja, please.
First of all, happy birthday, Shiva sir. And then the next thing is because
Thank you.
today is your birthday, so we would like to hear more about you. I don't know how your journey has been, and how did you reach where you are right now, helping so many people, and why did you choose this in this life? Why did you choose this path? That's what I'm interested to know.
No, path chose me. I did not choose a path.
So how has your journey been? Like a little bit about your childhood and then adolescence, and how did you get here then?
That will be a long story. So maybe on 11th October, we'll see.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Okay,
Yeah.
Mansi, over to you.
Okay, how do we integrate this now with I don't know, Shiva, what's the next thing?
So are you struggling with the synthesis part?
No, I am not struggling with anything.
Right. So I think the crux of today, the insight is that what is the creative value in today's world? Because in today's world, we are not in the space of pure potential of creation.
Okay.
Still in state of that we lack resources. With very little resources, the Deva souls, they have to accomplish.
Yeah. So I think that's what I'm missing. That's what I think we need to inquire about is
that we need power. We need power.
First of all, we need to look into what are the sacrifices we need to make. Are we making sacrifices for the whole? I know a lot of us, because this has been what I've been thinking the whole time, that yes, we make sacrifices for the family, but are we making sacrifices for the whole?
Yeah. And let's even look at, are we making sacrifices for the neighborhood? Let's say our society, our colony.
Yeah. It could be whatever is the next ecosystem, no? Whether it's your community of friends, it's your community, neighborhood community. For the school, are you doing something for the school that your child goes in? Are you doing something for the club that you are a part of? And are you making sacrifices? Are you, because
there is too much of demanding the rights, right? Too much of the demanding of the right, too much of the thing that I am right, that in this family, this is what my right is, right? Okay. But ask for the right when you made sacrifices. I think this is the crux. Have you made sacrifices? That, and I'm not saying you do not demand for your rights. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, and it's a very clear direction. I'm saying it is a very important direction. If you do not understand it, you will wander in every situation. Before you demand your rights, have you made enough sacrifices? I think that is a path for the conscious people. Have you made enough sacrifices before demanding for your rights? And I'm not saying do not demand for your rights. Demand. But first, live that sacrifice. Yeah, Mansi. Yeah, Pooja.
Shivo, sorry, Mansi, you want to go?
No. I was just
Okay.
calling you. Go ahead.
Okay. I have a question about sacrifice itself. Okay. So let's say, as you said, right, are you doing enough are you sacrificing for your community? So let's say I have 100% time, 100% resources. Right now, all of those resources are being used for running the household, everything with the household, right? My son, my kids, my husband, my house, etc. Now, when I do anything for the neighborhood or anything, any other ecosystem, I'm taking that time. So let's say 20% of time I'm taking to serve the community or serve wherever I'm going. Do you consider that as a sacrifice? Because I'm basically sacrificing the time I would have spent with my kids, right? Or whatever, my husband, my house. Do you consider this a sacrifice? Or what is a sacrifice, basically? That's what my question is.
So, first thing what I said was that before you demand for your rights, make sacrifice. So, if you are demanding for rights from neighborhood, in that case, I said, make sacrifice first. Okay. Let's say if you are not demanding, if you are not expecting, it's okay not to make sacrifice. Okay, because you are not even demanding, but closely look at, are you really demanding or not? That is the first thing. Second thing, whenever you will move into a higher ecosystem, initially it will appear like a sacrifice. That I am giving less time or less attention to my family. But you would realize that the kind of value that will flow from that larger ecosystem will definitely more than compensates. For example, the example is right there in your own life when you have commitment to your family and then you have group of 9 families, right? You are paying attention there and the benefits are flowing to you, your family also. And they are more than if you did not pay attention to the community, only to your family. Do you see you are better off? It's true about all the ecosystems. Whenever you will pay attention to a larger ecosystem, there are benefits that will flow to you. Initially, it will appear like sacrifice, but there are rewards there. Yeah.
So if you have awareness of that final, because I know for sure that that's the benefit I'm getting, and that's why I'm ready to put in that time in those 9 families. I'm fully aware of that. Will you still consider it a sacrifice?
So, right, no, it's not a sacrifice now. Maybe when you begin a journey, you may feel that, okay, let me make a sacrifice. But now there are apparent benefits. It's no more a sacrifice.
Right, but when we started this off, there was I knew that these benefits are going to come eventually, not right now. So, but that time we are putting resources.
Then it's a long-term strategy.
Yeah. So, do you still call it sacrifice?
Sacrifice is when you are ready to give up something and there is nothing you expect.
Yeah, exactly. So I would not consider this as a sacrifice then.
It's a long-term strategy.
Yeah. So that's where I'm struggling with the sacrifice a little bit.
No, it's okay. You'll get it.
Okay. Thank you.
Pooja, I want to give you an example. I want to give an example in Quanto Life, and it's also because it's Shivo's birthday. The example I want to give is that there are many people who ask us, we have everyday synthesis, which is run by different people. We have Shivo often gives the floor to me, to Atin, to Suman, to so many other people. There are a lot of people who have asked that, that why doesn't just Shivo speak? Like, there's so many spiritual organizations where you will only see the main leaders speak, and everyone will be listening, and other people will be just volunteering. Why is this a part of Quanto Life? Like, why is Shivo giving the floor? Why is Shivo, when he gets to talk, he will say, no, let's have Mansi talk, let's have this one talk, let's bring in this one. Why? So there is a generosity, and there is almost like a sacrifice. Like, you didn't have to do it, and maybe if you spoke all the time, it would be, or you conveyed your insights all the time, there would be more to share. People are looking for you. So this also, I feel, is this is also like, it is a kind of generosity, but I think this is what has made Quanto Life very different from, like, for example, yeah.
So for me, it was a very genuine expression. I don't consider it as a sacrifice.
No,
because
I know.
this is, I have realized right from the beginning.
Yeah.
To see others grow.
Exactly,
I have
Shivo.
loved.
Exactly.
So when I appreciate someone, no, there is so much joy flowing in that. I enjoy it. So there is no effort. In fact, I will have to make a lot of efforts
To not do
to
it.
appreciate someone.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's my natural being. That's who I am naturally.
So that's why I'm struggling with the sacrifice piece, right? Like, in other people
No,
might
but
look at
will
it
be,
and
there
say
are.
sacrifice.
So this is not the example of the sacrifice, okay? But there are examples in my life where I thought this is not how it should be. But I have to keep quiet. I have to go through this pain. It was painful, and I said, no, I have to go through this pain. There are many things like that in my life. So this is not the example of sacrifice, even though to some people it may appear like that. But yes, there are.
Extreme generosity. Pooja, you know what? When people, like, it is a extreme generosity, because when this is your work, it is like you're in a job, you get a project that you really like, and you're like, no, I'm going to give it to this person because this person is more, I want this person to grow. So Pooja, put it like that. Okay, you are getting a project that you really love, you know that you can give a lot of value, you can this, but you also want this person to grow. You're like, okay, you could have gotten a lot of name and fame and whatever because of this, but you give it to your colleague because you want that person to grow. That is the example, Pooja. You got to see it in that way. Because
No, I understand that, but as Shivo said, right, I might not be seeing it as a sacrifice.
No, Pooja, but how many people do that? How many people in a like, this is the work. So how many people in a work do you see that, I love this project, I know it has been given to me, and yet I'm going to give it to someone else because that person needs to know. Where do you see that?
It's more like you love the project, okay, but then you say maybe this person will do it better. You could have been at the top, but you rather say, I want to play the second fiddle.
Yeah,
I'm happy in that, right?
This
So
is,
I'm
yeah.
in that stage. I enjoy it actually.
Yeah.
I enjoy playing the second fiddle so many times. I just enjoy it. Because I know that's the right thing to do.
So that's the distinction I was trying to make, Mansi. Like, as Shiva sir said, right? He enjoys it, but then he said there are other places where he has been in pain, but he still did it because he thought that was right. So do you consider this
No,
as
no,
sacrifice and that or as sacrifice like that? That's what I was.
So what distinction I'm realizing is, what insight I'm realizing is that there are times when there are people around who don't understand you, who are not, even if you do the best thing, they won't get it. Only thing they get it is that right at this point, okay, let them get it, even though it's not the right thing. It's not the right thing, but let them get it. And it's painful. Right? So let them be in the power position. It is painful. It is not the right thing. It is not good for the whole ecosystem. But then I understand, if I take a stand, what is best for everyone, that would ruffle the feather so much. Okay. And at that point, it's okay to make sacrifice. It's okay to make sacrifice.
Okay. So pain is a characteristic of sacrifice. I'm just looking for tangible things to figure out whether it's a sacrifice or not.
If you make sacrifice, you will feel pain.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're not feeling pain, it's not a sacrifice. It's
Exactly.
Your,
okay. So yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So Pooja, one more distinction is that you may make a sacrifice, but other people may not see it as a sacrifice, and there is also the other caveat where
they will not. The moment they see it as a sacrifice, they will go on the search, but they will not see it as sacrifice. They will see that as their victory. They are.
And that is even more painful actually. Like that is like just.
Yeah, your ego will get hurt, but then you are making a sacrifice because
not ego will get hurt. It is like
I mean,
really
whatever.
painful.
Like, it will be painful.
Know that it is not the right thing.
Sacrifice.
But you cannot do the right thing because that can hurt so many egos that you decide that, okay, I don't want to ruffle. I just want to keep it right.
Right.
You know that, okay, a time will come when somebody will say the truth. Until then, even if you make
Got it. Thank you.
Right.
Shivo, I'm thinking about
So if you see Rupert Sheldrake right now, won't you see he would be in so much pain? And for him, he could have come out and he could have abused few people and picked up a few fights. That's the natural state right now. Right? But he's going through that pain. That is a sacrifice. Or if you see that the Kauravas, they have built a palace of the wax, right? And you know that there are so many conspiracies. So you just have to go out and wander in all the forests and all, and yet you just choose to go through the pain. That is a sacrifice. You know you are right, but you know people won't understand it. And you don't want to blow it right now because you are hoping that a time will come when people will understand you. And it comes actually. But before that comes, there is a lot of pain.
So can I ask a connected question? Sorry, we are going really late. So if, let's say my natural instinct is to keep quiet, I am more comfortable in keeping quiet rather than waging a war or fighting or whatever.
Is it fear? Is it fear, or you kind of know that this is really not the time they will understand? In sacrifice, there is also a compassion. You may be right. I may be. But right now, there is a space where they will understand. I think in every compassion, there is going to be a sacrifice. I don't think without sacrifice, this is the insight I'm getting right now. Compassion will happen only when there has been a sacrifice. See, today it's a very big problem that without going through sacrifice, a lot of people start to demand what is right, what is wrong. But they have no right to say all that till you have made compromises, no, till you have made sacrifices. Even though you may be right, you are ready to let go of your rights. Right? That is sacrifice. At least a level of sacrifice is needed before you can bring in transformation for everyone. The person who cannot sacrifice will never bring in transformation. Never. People who are always fight. There are a lot of people who always fight of I am right, I deserve this, I deserve that. Nothing. They will create no transformation.
Okay. Thank you, Shivo.
Sacrifice is to take it even though you know that person is wrong. But you take it because you understand that, okay, that person is not in the space to take it right now. Right? So I may stifle from inside, but I say that is the best choice. Not to enforce what I'm thinking. You getting it?
Yes, Shivo. Got it.
So Shivo, may I ask, what in the case that when sacrifice becomes martyrdom, when some people, the dysfunction
No,
of the
no.
ego,
No, problem will come when your sacrifice becomes part of your ego.
that's
This is
martyrdom.
what today, that every quality with awareness is great. Without awareness, it's a total mess. If there is a total awareness in the sacrifice, okay, that I'm choosing this, I'm aware. When you start to draw the juice out of that, see, I'm so great, I can make sacrifices, right? See, without sacrifice, can Jesus transform the Jews? If he doesn't receive that treatment, will he ever transform them? Suppose he was not meted that kind of treatment and he spent his whole life in sermons. Would he cause that transformation? Yeah.
Yeah, Kunjan and Atin, you're welcome to. Okay, अभी जब हो ही गया है late तो फिर it's okay. Kunjan, yeah, go on.
Many, many happy returns of the day, Shivo.
Thank you.
So it is somewhere in extension to Puja only. Thank you for giving such an amazing explanation to this. So when you were explaining all these things, my recent life situations started coming in front of my eyes, and I do not know how do I deal with that. So as you know, the divorce case was going on. My father said to let it go. I had the feeling of need of justice. So there were certain, proofs and evidences I had collected to show to the court, and it would have hurted the people who cared for me, though they are Saumya's, my ex-husband's relatives, but they always stood by me. And I could actually never bring myself up and share those call details or things with my lawyer ever. And then when I just made up my mind, okay, my father doesn't want to, and I don't want to increase the pain he wants to go in. And I decided that I'll stop fighting and I'll agree to mutual divorce. And after a while, this was out of intention, I made up my mind to calm myself that हाँ ये पापा को करना है तो ठीक है. Then later what I realized was just on its own that why am I wanting the justice from legal system when people who really care already knows what is going on. So whom do I
Well,
want to prove to, right? And so when I did not use those evidences when I had chance, there were two things in my mind. I did not want to hurt them or betray them because I have also been betrayed. Yeah. And it would like I felt like I would break their trust and the relationship will break, but I've already lost a lot of it. There's only a little bit left. Even if it breaks, it would not have affected much. But one thing was there which was deep was first thing was that how do I break that trust? So is that a sacrifice? What is it?
no, another very deep insight is coming to me right now. That when you have become comfortable with your sacrifice, that's when the Leela of life begins. Before that, it was just a struggle. You getting it?
No, I'm not getting what.
There is a difference between you are struggling in a situation, okay, and the Leela, the life is playing. Okay, are you getting it? There is, you are struggling in a situation. That's a struggle between you and others. Okay. Are you getting me? What is the what is the difference between struggle and Leela? Leela is totally different ball game.
Then what is Leela? What is struggle? So that my life, what was happening
Leela,
is a struggle. Then what is Leela?
Leela is when life steps in and starts to create the incidents, not you. Leela is not created by you. Leela is created by a much larger reality. So there are situations, and when the Leela begins. So what is the difference? How do you move from the stage of struggle to Leela? I think, Mansi, this is really very important. Today, what we have come to exactly that Ma Durga consciousness. That when the struggle is over and when the Leela begins, it will happen when you have become comfortable with your pain of sacrifice. There was a time you were going through it, right? Pain, but then you said, okay, this is how it is. This is what life wants me to go through. And you become totally comfortable with that. You have accepted it. And then the Leela of life begins. When you have stopped fighting, life says, oh, this person has stopped fighting, but he must. So then it creates incidents for you. It will create incidents you cannot imagine. It will come from somewhere. From somewhere. That was not your creation.
What kind of
If
incident?
that is happening is your creation, there is no Leela. There is only. If you have accepted the pain of your sacrifice, then the life will step in.
So life
Suddenly,
will bring more
realize
struggle.
without you, a lot of things are happening without you doing it. That is Leela. And when that happens, that is when you need to step in. When the Leela is happening. Yeah. एकदम quickly लेते हैं हम. I think the last question, Mansi, है ना?
Yeah, Rakhi.
Yeah, Rakhi.
Mansi, you remember you told me one thing when I asked you a question that this year the same my co-sister is like having all the festival at her floor and we have to eat food at her floor. Then what is your like suggestion? How will we handle this? then you suggested 3 things.
So
One
right,
is
yeah, please,
sorry,
please go
sir.
on. Sorry, please go on.
Yeah. One was like invoke your Mahadev or invoke God and be in surrender and like accept what it is, like whatever it is, and just stay in awareness. And in the food also you can invoke Quanto. And the third, I don't remember the second one, but the third one was like if possible, you just give a bite of some sweet to your co-sister and invoke Ma Sulochna after like you invoke Quanto. But then you suggested ki Raki don't do that because the third thing is little scary. And but somehow I was able to, like, I was serving everyone and she was also eating, and I did that. And few months I am not in touch with her, but recently I found out she was going for to Leh Ladakh in this summer, and she faced the same things what Sachi faced. Lot of illness for 10-15 days, and she had her tickets tonight, like aaj jana hai usse, and evening she was like all right since 1 or 2 days, and she got a high fever
Yeah.
at like
Shivo,
late night उसका flight
let
होगा,
me tell
and
Shivo
it
the
was the same
background. Yeah, शिवू क्या
same
हुआ ना,
situation.
क्या हुआ जब मैं राखी, so Rakhi's co-sister was doing black magic and feeding them stuff, okay? So when I was audioing to Rakhi, I don't know how that thing came to me. I just said it because I'm audioing, right? So I
Yes.
think I know what I want to tell her, but suddenly this comes out from my mouth that feed it to her also. Okay, she's feeding with the black magic, whatever. Usko bhi khila do. Okay, and then when it came out of my mouth, I suddenly realized that it is going to boomerang on the person who's doing it. और फिर मुझे लगा कि ये right है क्या? Like, is it?
And you said, Mansi, you
Yeah,
said कि we are
yeah.
not harming her.
We are not
We are
harming
only
her.
doing, we are only doing for the sake of us that
Yeah.
her black magic will not work with like other people, like in our family.
Over. Then you didn't went to intentionally do it. It just that Leela happened, and she had
This
to face
is
that.
Lisa.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Something
this is not one example. Many things happened similar what
if
she
you
did.
plan for something, if you
Yes.
plan for something and that happened, that is your struggle.
Yeah.
But
And
if
now
something happened
she's
you never thought of, that is Leela.
Yeah. So
This is
what
Leela.
happened in Ladakh, no, Rajki? That was Leela. That is God's Leela.
Yes, yes. Now, like, मुझे ऐसे, and now, like, initially I used to like Sachi's plate, my plate. I used to just hide from her while like serving, and now she's hiding her plate from me every time because her daughter, same day her daughter also said कि कुछ left पैर में cramp आ गया and कुछ हो गया, and she came out. She was sleeping and she came out, and that was a festival day only. I
तो एक
said,
जबरदस्ती दे दिया यार तुमने लोगों को. This
I
solution was
know.
needed.
And आज के
Really.
दिन भर से I'm so happy because सुबह मतलब so heavy. आज we had her Ashmi food at her place, and I was in complete like अभी दिन भर से, but अभी जब से session चालू हुआ है मेरा top से जो vibration अभी पूरे feet पे आ गए, and it is like coming out like anything.
And
I can't
Rajki,
explain.
the reason I'm laughing is because I have been on the receiving end of the Leela also, and like it has happened to
I
others.
was also okay, ऐसा ना, हाँ.
My butt from the universe. ऐसा नहीं है, मेरे को भी मिलते हैं झापड़. तो मैं उस बात पे हंस रही हूँ एक्चुअली कि मुझे भी ऐसे किक इन द बट जब मैं अपने आप को बहुत हीरोइन समझती हूँ ना, फड़ैंग करके मुझे भी लीला मिलती है, छड़ी मिलती है, तो आई एम लाफिंग फॉर दैट.
Yes, yes.
क्लैरिफाई.
हाँ मतलब I was also scared कि ये तो intention नहीं था, but this happened, and now literally जैसे हम लोग we are scared of her like serving and giving sweets to us. Now she's scared with me every time I see. वो बोलती है अभी नहीं खाना हो लास्ट में, and मैं जब निकलती हूँ तब वो अपना थाली लगाती है.
How
This is
things
like
have changed, you know, how things have changed. I'm just in
yes.
just marveling कि कैसे
I'm
चीजें
very
बदल
happy
गई.
to know that actually.
Yeah.
So happy birthday.
Wins, you know, good also wins.
Thank you.
ये
Yes,
सुनने
I said कि reverse चालू हो गया. That day, मतलब few days ago, I was like, I was sitting and I said कि बाप रे, this is the now the reverse is happening, and we have not planned it like ऐसे.
शिवो
Thank you so
मीरा जी
much.
ने हाथ ऊपर किया है, एक ले ले क्या?
बस लास्ट प्लीज, बहुत लेट हो गए आज. हमने लास्ट बोला था राखी के लिए भी, पर बीना जी यस प्लीज.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई हो आपके बर्थडे पे.
थैंक यू,
शिवो
थैंक
जी,
यू.
you're doing human service you're doing, which enlightening people, giving answers. Abhi bhi main dekh rahi hu, you're just giving answers, explaining. You're giving yourself to people, and that is instead of people gifting you, you're gifting people today also. And बहुत बहुत बधाई, and thank you very much for being the way you are. That is it. और मेरा एक छोटा सा सवाल था कि can we say Leela is the outcome of sacrifice?
Leela is the outcome of you becoming comfortable with your sacrifice.
Okay. So
if your sacrifice is still paining you, yes,
yeah,
initially your sacrifice will pain you,
yes.
but you need to accept that pain. Okay, this is how it is. This is life's
Yeah.
plan for me. When you accepted that pain, then the Leela begins.
So can I say this situation, you know the background of the situation, that I first wanted that I spend the rest of the balance of my life, abhi thoda hi hai, so I wanted to spend with my children, but apparently that is not happening because they are not comfortable with it. So I have to sacrifice this emotion. But on the other hand, I'll be
Yes.
going back to Bombay. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so is this
I
sacrifice
will
of
say,
my emotion?
I will say make this sacrifice, become comfortable, weave a new life for yourself. Okay, just become
Right.
comfortable with it
Right.
and see whatever life is giving you.
Yeah. And I
See,
hope they can see
so
through
now I
my
am also
love.
realizing one more thing.
Hanji.
I'm realizing one more thing. Why the Leela cannot begin when you are in pain? Because when you are in pain, no, you will not give space to life to act. Because there is a
Okay.
constant urge for you to do something.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
That urge is to die, to do something.
Okay.
Give life space to do something for you.
Okay.
Just keep quiet. No. If you are quiet for a few months, maybe a year, 2 year, whatever, then the life has done something
Mm.
already. That will make impact.
Mm.
And if you are constantly, fingering,
Right.
you are in pain, so you will say something, you will call up and say something. ओ मैंने तो तेरे लिए ये कर दिया, चल कोई बात नहीं, तू खुश रहे, तुझे आशीर्वाद. अभी वहां पे भी आएगा कुछ. Constant, there is a constant need. Right?
Right.
Need has to go.
See, I have to
So you
leave.
become happy.
Yeah.
Okay, you are in pain, but then you realize, okay, from other side, there are blessings flowing. Let me enjoy it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Okay. Like today, because I'm leaving now tomorrow, I'm leaving on the 1st. So today I literally apologized to all of them. I said, maybe I was not the kind of mother you ever wanted me to be, or was not the mother-in-law that you wanted me to be. I was not the grandmother you wanted me to be. I did try, but I couldn't be. So I'm apologizing for that, and I'm going. So
this is really wonderful. Come back.
Sorry?
Really wonderful. Come back. and live your life. There is an alternate life. Enjoy the blessing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I come, I hope to see you when I come there.
Yes,
I
we
really
will meet.
hope. And
We'll meet.
मैं personally आपको दुआएं दूंगी, बधाई दूंगी for what you are. Once again, bless you. Keep shining. Keep enlightening. Keep sharing your wisdom. Thank you very much. Bless you. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Mansi.
मैं आपको गुरु, आप बोलते हो मैं गुरु नहीं मानती हूँ, लेकिन मेरी दुआएं दिल से निकलती हैं, ये तो बात सच है। पता नहीं आप तक पहुंचती हैं कि नहीं, पहुंचती
पहुंच
हैं?
रही।
ओके ओके ओके, ब्लेस यू।
I invite everyone to write their takeaways. Please go to the Shakti Sadhana group and write your takeaways. I know it's very late, and I know if you could go and write your takeaways. Thank you, Pooja. Sonia, Ajay, Anju. Mamta. Thank you, Soni, Pooja, Sopti, Rakhi. Shivo? Shivu, you're on mute.
शिव सर भी आए हैं
कहाँ है?
बस सारे 2 मिनट
लाइव रिपोर्टिंग करेंगे? हाँ अतुल?
या
ओह
हेलो मानसी, I'm good.
या शिवू, आज आप लीजिए ना, आज आप एकदम फ्लो कर रहे हो। आप हमेशा ही फ्लो करते हो, पर आज आपका दिन है।
चलो ठीक है। गिव मी अ मिनट।
हम्म
ओनली थिंग नेटवर्क अनस्टेबल होता है कभी। चलो ठीक है।
I'm here. If something happens, I will tell people to go into Shivas. So don't worry about it. Do you have to be out in the rain or something, or are you comfortable? Then Shivu, comfortable है ना? या आप लोगों को नेटवर्क के लिए you have to go out of the house?
नहीं अब बाहर तो नहीं जाना पड़ेगा
अच्छा, but
So
बारिश वारिश हो रहा है
मानसी,
क्या?
Mahavidya today, Tara?
Yeah. Shivu, you remember you and Atin had told me about Batuk. I've been waiting to tell you this. You remember you and Atin had gone to this. Atin, याद है आपको, आप बटुक शिव के यहाँ पे गए थे?
बाल 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 शिव
अच्छा,
हाँ, यह
बटुक
बाल
शिव। हाँ, तो शिवू, इसकी स्टोरी ना, इसमें भी यानी माँ तारा के साथ भी कनेक्शन है उसका।
अच्छा, क्या है?
So there is, so okay, so very quickly, guys, can you all wait 5 more minutes? Can I quickly share about Ma Tara? This quick thing. Is everyone okay with it? Yes, no? Yeah. Okay. So, this. So Tara, no, she is very similar to Kali, but there are some differences. Okay. So, for example, even the Kali is shown like, fully her hair is open, she's completely black. She is, and Tara is, and Kali is completely naked. Tara is, dark blue. She is, she has her hair. Kya? She has her hair slightly tied up like a rishi. And
मानसी,
her
जरा शुरू से बताओ ना वो माँ तारा का स्टोरी, मैं मिस कर गया। पास्ट 1 मिनट।
to explain the story, I'm telling some background about to understand Ma Kali. I'm bringing in the comparison because we know Ma Kali more than Ma Tara. So I'm bringing a little comparison. So Ma Kali is totally unbound because all the Mahavidyas have come out of Ma Kali. Right? Ma Kali was the first Mahavidya that came out, and out of Ma Kali came all these other Mahavidyas. This is one legend. So, जो माँ काली है ना, she's completely untamed. No, her hair is flying over. She's completely naked, and she is totally black. Kali hai wo. Now, Ma Tara is the closest to Ma Kali, and she has her hair slightly tied up like the rishi, right? Not completely flowing, not completely bound. She is not completely black, but she is dark blue. She is her body. She wears not completely naked. She wears a little tiger skin. And her body, now the final clue that will tell you who Ma Tara is, that her body, her breasts are swollen and her stomach is protruding. And this will in itself tell you that she is just like Ma Kali is present during Pralay, any kind of dissolution. Ma Tara is present during creation, okay, which is why she has this pregnant body. And then when Shiva drinks halahal, and he drinks halahal, and that halahal is burning him. So he comes to Ma, to this form of Ma, and he becomes a little baby whom he brings to her breast, and that's how that hurting of that poison stops. So that is where that hurt dissolves. Like she becomes a mother. And the Baal, and for Kali also, this Shiva takes a Baal Swarup. It is also called Batuk Swarup of Shiva, where you know this story we often talk about in Quanto Life, that when she has assumed her Kali form, and even when she has to come back to Gauri, sometimes Shiva is like a Shava, but sometimes that also doesn't work. In which case, Shiva takes the form of, again, Batuk, or of a baby, and then she melts and she comes to her Gauri form again. So this is Tara. And Shivu, and one thing I find very amazing is we have also associated her with the planet Jupiter. And you know how much Jupiter is about diversity and going into different cultures, different countries, different, diversity. And there is a story which I don't know it can be true or if it's not, but there is Vashishta, and Vashishta is like Muni has been throughout the, so I don't know it is the same Vashishta or it is the lineage of Vashishta. But they say that Vashishta had been doing penance on Ma Tara for 1,000 years and he was not going ahead anywhere. So he was told ki you learn from Vishnu what is the correct way of you have to learn from Vishnu. And in that time, Vishnu was present as Buddha, okay, on earth. So he goes to Buddha, and the story, and again, which is why maybe this happened in psychic fields. So Buddha is surrounded by women, surrounded by everything that a rishi or someone would consider impure. Okay, he's surrounded by all this, and he's like, what is happening? And then he realizes his own superiority, that he had been thinking that this is God and this is not, this is God, this is not. And again, I'm putting a little bit of my own interpretation here. And then when he sees all that, he realizes that there is the divine in everything. And in all this so-called polluted atmosphere and all, when he realizes that Ma Tara appears to him in this form of Shiva as a baby at her breast, she appears to him like this. And then this image becomes stone. And this is then taken by Vashishta from, I don't know, China, Tibet or somewhere, to Bengal, and the Tara Peeth got established. So, so Shivu, and today, when you were talking about sacrifice, no, I was thinking that in the beginning we talked about Durga and, about fight against injustice and how is sacrifice coming and all that. But now everything is coming full circle, for me, that yes, that is the sacrifice Shiva made. That is and Ma Tara is there. That space is there as a mother.
Yeah, so when you have made a sacrifice
Yeah.
and you have kind of gone pale
Yes.
and you want to be healthy again.
Yes, and Ma Tara is there to dissolve that hurt. And so now, and I also want to apologize that, sometimes I feel that things, you kind of think of things and then it goes its own way. And sometimes you feel that have we wandered? And then it's just like it is just coming back full circle. So yeah. So now
Yeah.
I'm seeing that sacrifice. Now I'm seeing that. I'm also seeing that feeling of superiority sometimes that we have, that Vashishta had maybe. And again, Shivo, I don't know. I like the story. This is my feeling, that I feel that maybe Vashishta felt very superior. And then when he saw Buddha with all this, what he considered impure, he realized that there is God in everything. And that is the step he had
Yeah,
been.
it's not that he realized that there is God in everything. I would say he accepted that this is how it is.
Yeah.
And he need to drop his superiority of that. Everything is at, like there is something I have said before also, that life is exactly what it is supposed to be. It couldn't have been in any other way. If there is Kali Yuga, that all is supposed to happen. Life cannot be in any other way. Life is exactly how it should be. So that resistance has to be dropped. That life shouldn't be like this.
Yeah. So even
So
that
he says, he looks
Aristotle.
at Buddha and he says, okay, this is how the world is right now. So why do I judge it? That it shouldn't be like that.
And
Now
now
this is my
everything that was
interpretation.
said before, yeah, Shivu, and now everything that was said before is now making sense, that how it is a part of whole. Like that Aristotle is making sense, the Einstein is making sense, the
Yes.
Socrates is everything. And I think sometimes isn't that what happens in life, that we don't understand why that has come up, and we probably will only know that when life comes full circle, that oh, that is why. Like we can't see it. So I think my realization. शिवो, मुझे स्टार्टिंग में ना मुझे ऐसे लग रहा था, when I was connecting to the psychic field today, I felt that the astra shastras, whatever, and they could be new astras, new weapons, and new knowledges, they are like, when you were talking about power and you were talking about the Trishul and all, no, at that time I felt that in the psychic space today, those Astra Shastras were available for the injustice that we see in the world, that we are connected to. So I just wanted to give that to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So over to you.
So today let's take the sacrifices we all have gone through and how those sacrifices affected us. Okay. In terms of health, in terms of your prestige, your inspiration, right? The hurt or whatever emotions it created, or however your life got impacted. So we look at those sacrifices and how it impacted us. And then we will invite Ma Tara to bring us back to vitality. And the Ma Tara comes from, today we'll feel Ma Tara coming from the right, and all this hurt and all, everything is pushing out from the left. Okay? So
Everything from the right. Sorry, I was writing a comment. Kya?
So Ma Tara enters from the right, enters from right. Okay. And she moves towards left, pushing out all the hurt and all the consequences, all the losses. She pushes out from there.
Okay.
Okay. Breathe in from your nose, breathe out from your mouth. And as you breathe out, feel all the heaviness from your body coming out through your breath. The breath feels heavy. Have you lived the heaviness of life? Have you been through a spans of life that were heavy for you? Just be present to that. Feel the heaviness coming out of the body. Maybe your whole body feels heavy. And this is the heaviness of all the sacrifices you have made in life and the consequences of that you face in terms of your health, loss of inspiration, loss of vitality, loss of prestige, loss of success, or whatever. All that you have faced in life in past as a consequence of the sacrifice you made. Feel this heaviness drawing out of your whole body. Now feel your whole body breathing in and breathing out. When your whole body breathes in, contracts, and when the body breathes out, it expands. Breath is the bridge between the outer space and the inner space. There is space outside your body and there is space inside your body, and breath is the bridge. Inner space and outer space begin to merge. Feel the vibrations of hurt inside you, the sacrifice, the hurt, the loss, the failure. And that feeling, I lost such a vital part of my life. It makes the whole life meaningless. What is the point even if I recover? That big part of life is gone. There is this emptiness, there is this feeling that what life can give you now, whatever you have lost, you have lost. Feel that feeling of loss in your whole body. And now let's invoke Ma Tara. Let's invite her. Let's invite Ma Tara to reveal herself. Ma Tara, please reveal yourself. Ma Tara, please reveal yourself. Ma Tara, please reveal yourself. And Ma Tara begins to reveal. And it appears like she is coming from the right side of the body. Feel her vibrations moving from right to left. Slowly through your body. She is literally pushing out those vibrations of hurt, that loss of meaning for the life itself. Now I'm going to go quiet. Experience this movement of Matara. That is her blessing. As she moves in you, that is the real blessing. I'm going to go quiet for some time. Maybe you can hear some sound of Matara. This is a sound of movement. It's pushing out of the hurt, the failure, the meaninglessness. You can feel the beautiful vibrations, the beautiful feeling in the body. Matara now covers almost the right half of your body. Half of your body, the right side. She feels present in the right side of the body. And moving towards the left. All the concentrated vibrations are being pushed out. Tara reaching almost to the left side of your body. Pushing out all the hurt, the failures, the meaninglessness. Loss of inspiration and vitality. Makes you feel more vital, more inspired, more trusting for life, and ready to go. Makes you feel like you're ready to go with full flow to live life. That is the blessing of Mata. Birthing new possibilities for you. See inside your whole body and also in the space outside. Let's now invoke the quantum field. Quanto. Feel the presence of quantum field. And feel the presence of Mahara in the whole quantum space. And the quantum field is also birthing new possibilities. New creative possibilities opening in the whole quantum field. All that struggle, all that loss of vitality, loss of inspiration moves out of quantum field. Whole space feel more vital, more inspired, more full of possibilities, ready to burst, give birth to new. Mahakara moving to the left side of your body into the space. Let her keep moving. Catch over the whole space around you. And now you can keep sitting till the time you feel like. And then you can go in Shavasana and sleep. Thank you very much. Good night. I'm closing the meeting.